When was the last time you looked in the mirror? Not to fix your hair, not to adjust your clothes, not to judge your appearance, but to ask yourself one brutally honest question. Am I becoming someone I respect? Because that's what the mirror is really for. It doesn't just reflect your body. It reflects your habits, your discipline, your excuses, your standards. Most people think the gym is about muscles. They're wrong. Muscles are just the side effect. The real transformation happens where nobody can see it, inside your mind. Every time you walk into that gym, you're not just training your chest, you're training your character. You're teaching your brain something most people will never understand. That discomfort is not the enemy. Comfort is. Look around. The world is addicted to comfort. One click and food arrives, one swipe and you're entertained. One excuse and you avoid the work. Everything around you is designed to make your life easier. And yet, people have never been weaker. Not physically, mentally, because every shortcut you take steals a little bit of the person you could have become. That's why the gym matters. It's one of the last places on earth where you can't negotiate with reality. The weight doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't care if you slept badly. It doesn't care if someone hurt your feelings. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care about your excuses. The barbell tells the truth every single time. Either you lift it or you don't. There's no pretending, no filters, no fake confidence, just you against resistance. And that's exactly why the gym changes people. Because life works the same way. The more responsibility you carry, the stronger you become, the more pressure you survive, the harder you are to break. Think about this. Steel doesn't become stronger sitting in a warehouse. It becomes stronger inside a furnace. Your mind is no different. Pressure creates strength. Resistance creates growth. Pain creates adaptation. So why are you trying so hard to avoid the very thing that makes you stronger? Here's something nobody tells you. Every workout is a conversation, not with your trainer, not with the people around you, with yourself. Your mind says that's enough. Your body says, I can't. Your fear says, go home. But then something inside you answers, one more rep. That's the voice you're really training, not your biceps, not your shoulders, your identity, because every extra rep is proof that you're becoming someone who refuses to quit. And that mindset doesn't stay inside the gym. It follows you everywhere, into your business, into your relationships, into your finances, into every difficult conversation. Because once you've taught yourself to keep pushing, when every muscle is screaming, life becomes a little less intimidating. The gym teaches one lesson over and over again. Your limits are lying to you. The first time you squat, you think 50 kilograms is impossible. Months later, you're warming up with it. Nothing changed about the weight. You changed. Remember that? The obstacle isn't getting smaller. You're getting stronger. That's exactly how life works. People keep praying for easier problems. Instead, become someone capable of solving bigger ones. That's what champions do. They don't ask life to become lighter. They become heavier mentally, emotionally, spiritually. The strongest people you've ever admired didn't become strong because life was easy. They became strong because they stopped running from difficult things. And that's exactly what every workout teaches you. Show up. Even when you're tired, lift. Even when nobody's watching, keep going. Even when progress feels invisible, because success doesn't happen the day you feel motivated, it happens the day you stop needing motivation. The gym isn't about motivation, it's about standards that say, I do what needs to be done, whether I feel like it or not. That's the difference between ordinary people and people who become impossible to stop. Most people only train when they're inspired. Champions train because it's who they are. That's identity, not emotion. Identity, one day, people will look at your body and think, you're lucky. They'll never see the mornings you wanted to stay in bed, the workouts you completed when you were exhausted, the meals you refused, the weekends you sacrificed, the discipline nobody applauded. They'll only see the result, but you'll know the truth. Every muscle was built by a decision. Every ounce of confidence was earned through consistency. Every bit of strength came from refusing to quit. So the next time you walk into that gym, don't ask yourself, how much weight can I lift? Ask yourself something much more important. Who am I becoming every time I refuse to give up? Because one day, your body will reflect the standards your mind refused to compromise, and that's where real strength begins. Now, let me tell you something most people will never understand. The hardest part of the gym isn't the workout. It isn't the heavy squat. It isn't the last rep. It isn't the burning muscles. The hardest part is showing up on the days when your mind is looking for a reason to stay home, because motivation is a liar. Some mornings you'll wake up feeling unstoppable. Most mornings, you won't. And that's exactly why motivation can never be your foundation. If you only train when you feel inspired, you'll always be controlled by your emotions. Real discipline begins the moment your feelings stop making your decisions. Think about it. Every successful person you admire has days when they don't feel like working. Every champion gets tired. Every athlete feels pain. Every entrepreneur wants to quit. The difference isn't that they're more motivated. The difference is they don't negotiate with themselves. When it's time to train, they train. When it's time to work, they work. When it's time to suffer, they suffer without asking how they feel. That's power. The gym teaches you one of the greatest lessons in life. You don't become stronger by lifting the weight once. You become stronger by showing up hundreds of times when nobody is watching. Because greatness is never built in one heroic moment. It's built through ordinary days repeated with extraordinary consistency. One workout, one meal, one early morning, one decision after another. That's how legends are created. Not overnight, but over years of refusing to quit. Here's something I want you to remember. Every time you skip a workout because you don't feel like it, you're not just missing the gym. You're strengthening the habit of giving up, and habits don't stay in one area of your life. The same person who quits on the treadmill will eventually quit on their goals, quit on difficult conversations, quit on opportunities, quit on themselves. That's why the gym is never just about fitness. It's a daily vote for the kind of person you're becoming. Every session says, I'm someone who keeps promises to myself, and every excuse says, my emotions are still in control. So ask yourself, who's in charge of your life? You or your excuses? Listen carefully. Nobody can give you discipline. Nobody can inject confidence into your veins. Nobody can hand you mental toughness. Those things are earned, rep by rep, day by day, decision by decision. People love to talk about confidence, but confidence isn't built by positive thinking. Confidence is built by evidence. Evidence that you can trust yourself. Evidence that when things become difficult, you don't disappear. Every workout you finish becomes another piece of evidence. Every promise you keep makes your self-respect stronger. That's why disciplined people walk differently, speak differently, think differently, not because they're better than anyone else, because they've proven something to themselves thousands of times. Now, let me tell you the truth about pain, the burn in your muscles. The heavy breathing, the exhaustion, none of it is punishment. It's proof. Proof that your body is adapting, proof that yesterday's version of you is becoming too small, and life works exactly the same way. Growth always feels uncomfortable. If your life feels difficult right now, maybe it's because you're growing. Maybe you're becoming someone your old habits can no longer recognize. Don't run from that feeling. Lean into it, because comfort has never created greatness. Comfort creates average. Comfort creates regret. Comfort creates people who spend their entire lives wondering, what if I had actually tried? Don't become that person. Years from now, nobody will remember how many excuses you had. They'll remember what you built. More importantly, you'll remember whether you fought for your potential or traded it for convenience. One day you'll stand in front of the mirror again, but this time you won't just see bigger shoulders or stronger arms. You'll see something far more valuable, a person who keeps their word, a person who doesn't run when life gets hard, a person who became dangerous, not because they wanted to hurt others, but because they mastered themselves. That's the real goal. The strongest person in the room isn't always the one lifting the most weight. It's the one who has complete control over their own mind. The one who wakes up and does the work without needing applause, without needing motivation, without needing permission, because they understand something most people never will. Discipline is freedom. Every workout gives you more than muscles. It gives you confidence. Every early morning gives you more than time. It gives you control. Every sacrifice gives you more than results. It gives you identity. So the next time you step into that gym, don't think about calories. Don't think about mirrors. Don't think about impressing anyone. Think about the person you're becoming. Think about the life you're building. Think about the future version of yourself who's depending on today's decisions. Because one day, people will ask how you became so mentally strong, how you stayed focused while everyone else quit, how you built discipline that couldn't be shaken. They'll think you discovered some secret smile. Because you'll know the truth, there was never a secret. There was only one decision made over and over again: to show up, to suffer willingly, to keep going, to refuse excuses, to outwork yesterday's version of yourself. Remember this, the gym was never just a building, it was your classroom. The weights were never just iron, they were your teachers. The struggle was never your enemy, it was your training partner. And every drop of sweat, every failed rep, every early morning, every painful workout was preparing you for a life that average people will never understand. So when you leave this video, don't wait for motivation, don't wait until Monday. Don't wait until life becomes easier. Walk into that gym, grip the bar, take a deep breath, and make one promise. Not to become better than someone else, but to become stronger than the person you were yesterday. Because at the end of the day, the greatest competition was never the person standing beside you. It was always the person staring back at you in the mirror. And the moment you defeat that person, you become unstoppable.